got some FACEIT League for you. It's just gonna be expert this week. We're already into our bands here. We got Pytel taking on Dragon Vanguard as they start working through their pick and ban phase. Ugh. Like I said, I'm not feeling 100%, so you have to bear with me if I sound a little stopped up and whatnot. We have no Master Division this week because we have the big patch dropping tomorrow, right? And perks being introduced tomorrow. We're going to be, this is our final day on kind of the old, Overwatch as we know it. And we will enter the era of perks tomorrow. Today's matchup, Pytel coming in 3-1, Dragon Vanguard coming in 2-2. So both of these teams, trying to fight to make sure they can keep their head above water and keep towards that top of the pack. I mean, the top of the pack has been quite competitive here in EMEA Expert. Big news in the land of Pytel is they have just hot off the press been acquired by Alternate. So this at the bottom of your screen here in the bottom left, that's not a typo. That is not, they are Alternate Pytel now. So got wind of that. I mean, just several minutes before we went live. So, I mean, talk about hot off the press. So, big congrats to the Pytel squad. I mean, gotta love it. You know how I feel about a squad that's stick together and fight through thick and thin together and just looking to improve and get better. And that's exactly what this Pytel squad brings to the table. I mean, this is a team that's been around since, started in season 3. We're in Expert Division. Did well, made playoffs. I mean, not bad for a debut. Ended up 5th and 6th overall, so they finished higher in playoffs than they did in regular season. Gotta love it, punching up. And then now coming into season 4, a strong start. Their only loss thus far is to Vipera, which is an interesting one. Any opponents in the top of the bracket yet? And Dragon Vanguard's kind of, it's a 2-2 team. So this is just kind of maybe the gatekeeper to start getting in the top half of the bracket. We'll see if Pytel can bring it today and the true measure of them here in season 4. And I have high expectations for this team. I'm not gonna lie, I have high expectations for this team. Oh, they actually have Alternate Pytel in the name. Yeah. This just got updated. Dragon's Vanguard coming in 2-2. We've had them actually on stream once already. This is their debut season here in FACEIT League. That was that opening loss to Super Shy. But you know what? Now looking at the power of Super Shy, no shame in that. No shame in that whatsoever. Since then, they've gone 2-1. I mean, it really kind of seems like a test match for both of these teams. I mean, to see who's now we're getting some real Expert Division action for them, and I think it's the first real test either of these teams have had. So, all picks and bans at the top of the series. All hero bans are done at the top of the series. As far as I know, you can still ban 2 of the same role within a map, and you can still repeat hero bans throughout the series. I know this, they're looking to change that. No word yet on when. We've heard that it'll be fixed by playoffs, but I have heard that they know it's important in the community, and they are actively looking to get it fixed as soon as possible, as soon as they can implement it. Yeah, Lunar saying, I remember playing against Pytel back when they used to be called Bohemian Prime. There you go. There you go. All right, we got our map poll in. Cheeseburger says I have a 100% win rate against Bohemia Prime. Oh, where are we going today? We're going to Lijiang Tower here to start things off. You know what? Tried and true. Why not? Can't argue with it. A little Numbani. I haven't been mad at seeing Numbani come back into the mix. Esperanca. You know what? I'm kind of missing Runasapi at this point. Suravasa and Dorado to round out your series if we need those additional maps, and I sure as hell hope we do. Let's see, our first bans of the day. It's gonna be Dragon Vanguard banning a Juno, Pytel banning a Wrecking Ball. I was kind of asking Groka, their captain, who was in chat here, for any updates. It just said, you know what? It's just a matter of can our Brawly Rhine compositions win out against the meta, which has been so Hazard and Wrecking Ball based lately. So that we see that Wrecking Ball ban right out of the gate. Let's cut down the copyright-free music. It's time to get into map 1. Oh, I can already tell you I forgot to change the region. I did. Hey, show me some Overwatch. Oh, it'd help if I have the Overwatch capture turned on. Yeah, because I actually used an observer for the very first time. Yeah, on this channel at least, on Saturday. Since we had the big raid, I didn't want to turn off the stream and turn it back on. They do take a minute. They do take a minute, Coach Maddox. But you know what? Once they're done, they're done. And we don't have to worry about for the there's far less time between maps, I will say. Far less time between maps. Groka's actually rolling out here on the Zarya right out of the gate. So still brawly, you know, Cold coming in on the Torb as well to kind of help with the hazard burst damage, help survive through that. And you know, here in this first fight, so far so good. The hazard very low. Does manage to get out. Up and caught in the corner. Ozzy's not going to be so lucky though. Gets melted down and then turning around that high charge beam. Hyperion will end up back in spawn. Hyper Xeon. Hyper Xeon. Hyper Xeon? That's what we're going with. And we're going to get a swap. So coming off the Genji, we are going to get Hyper Xeon going into the Doomfist. And then Yuji into the back. Going for immediate punch. Get a bubble out. That's going to be Groka's second bubble. Here comes the Raj. That means bubble's just basically infinite. Here for Groka and charge as well. You know what? Might as well add kills to that list. Groka making the Zarya work quite well here in this opening half of the series, of the submap. Continuing much with wall to try to block the Zarya, and Groka's able to get out, and I believe that's all the bubbles. With the Kitsune rush in, though, Cheeseburger does throw in the Tectonic Shock through that to help keep Dragon Vanguard at bay. Pytel able to hold the line, using just as the grab came out in that as well. I guess comboed with it. Molten Core to block the door. Hyper Xeon has managed to pick up a kill on the Cheeseburger. Moving in, the punch gets two. Forcing Alt Pytel to file back here. You have to get used to getting those two words together. We got a big blizzard in from Dragon Vanguard. Unfortunately for them, it looked like everybody's able to get out with that Kitsune rush. Well placed there out of T-Biscuit. A little dancing duel in the back. T-Biscuit opts out of that one. Just swift step to the point. Just Azu here trying to hang on to this yellow bar, but Alt Pytel will clean up and grab a 100-0 here to kick things off. Ten centimeters is a good amount of snow. That's 4, isn't it? That'd be 4 inches. Isn't the centimeter? Isn't 2.5 centimeters per inch? Okay, after the successful outing on the Zarya, Groka and Alt Pytel showing us a different look coming into Night Market. Oh, pardon my allergies, are just killing me. So stopped up. All right, there it is. Never mind. It was just a shout to get out of spawn. Now we're getting the Groka I know and love. The Reinhardt here to hold down the point. Hyper Zion and the Dragons looking to come in. Ooh, with a Winston and a Pharah. I'm like struggling to breathe and trying to... It's actually more complicated than you might think. I might have underestimated it. Big chase on the Kados there. Kados gonna get out. Oh. Kados still hanging along the outside. Groka's still right in the thick of things here in the middle, and Alt Pytel have grabbed control of this objective. Still, UG is putting in a lot of poke damage and hoping to catch Kato's. Got the concussion blast off the wall. Kato's just dancing along that lower line. Ooh! Oh, and UG falls into it. The Kato Oris is too powerful. And you drop the got you in chat. Ah, that was fantastic. Just a bit of cleanup here. Look like some stragglers out there from Dragon Vanguard. Do you have a pulse available to try to open this up? Playing around this outside, letting UG just take the aggro up front, drop in some rockets, try to sneak in. The double dash works. Oh, but the immortality field is in. Colda does eventually go down. Combat roll absorbs some of the damage and even managed to find Hyper Zion before dropping. No tank left on the battlefield here for Dragon Vanguard. They're running out of time to get some presence on this objective. That's going to be the sound barrier thrown in. UG getting aggressive. Hyper Zion back into this fight. Ooh, finds Katos with a concussion blast. I don't know if that sound barrier landed. I don't know. It may have. It may have. I didn't see. Azu's going to come up with a couple of picks here in the back of the fight. Dragon Vanguard will get some control for the first time today. I didn't see an Ajax dropped in chat. I imagine if after Katos had been talking so much smack, if there was an Ajax, that would have been dropped in chat. I think it landed on the point. We were just in UG pops. Oh, I mean, you know, I respect the vision. I respect the vision. Oh, hi, Beauregard. What you doing, buddy? Just came and stuck his head in my lap. Oh, I know. It's okay. He really is trying to apologize for destroying his bed. You're okay, buddy. All right. Switch step in, and that's going to be the pulse bomb, but it only lands on Groka. He's able to shrug it off a bit. This is going to be the immediate cap back over, and Groka with an Earth Shatter, daring anybody to come close. He's both supports out front. Ooh! XD has moved into the back and picked up 3! XD just goes on a tear! Dragon Vanguard come roaring back. They're not going to go down that easy. You're okay, buddy. You're okay. That's a high flying ultimate there from UG to pick up 3 before the fire strike eventually brings them down. But this should put us in one fight territory. Yeah, there's the reset. And then last fight to see who takes Night Market. See if Vanguard could force us on over to Gardens. What did I just call them? Dragon Vanguard. I think I called them Dragon Guard. It's the hazard swap. You know, as I mentioned, Groka was talking about how the hazard, you know, can be difficult to work with. Up to Colda to, I think, put it into it here. Drops out of the teleport with the Deadeye in hand. Has a couple on the outside. Rotates. Gets a little bit of damage done, but not enough to finish anybody off. I mean, the sound barrier invested in. Groka gets at least 2 with the shatter. XD falls, who had that big comeback there in the previous fight. Falls victim to the hammer of Groka. And Alt Pytel will not allow a round 3. Hello, Hayden. I mean, I'm not playing. I'm not playing. This is some FACEIT League we've got going on here. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I want to go that one. Oh, just barely got in the invite. Get some stats there from map 1. Cheeseburger 22 and 5. Goku coming in 22 and 3. Oh yeah, there is also a delay. Which I don't know if I put in my title. Here, I will update that. Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot to put that in the title. My bad. There you go. Alternate duck. Yeah, this Pytel team's got you know, they're making some waves. They're making some waves. You know, when you got a tank doing, you know, doing that kind of work. I will say, keep an eye on the DPS on the other side. CKR, that was Yuji. Doing a lot of work on that Pharah. Had most damage in the lobby. And then we saw a big pop-off moment there from XD. So definitely some potential here from Dragon Vanguard. And then we are heading into their map pick. So we're heading into Madi bet here from map 2. Let's double check those bans. It was Pytel banning Diva, Dragon Vanguard banning Hazard. So we're getting 2 tanks banned out here. So we get into map 2. Wow. There's a small tech issue here. Aliens at my garden? I mean, that does sound problematic. Maybe even downright scary. Oh, thank you, Maddie. That was just downright dream come true. Unbelievable. Can't believe they'd have have my dumb ass on there. I was so nervous. I feel like I just made a fool of myself on there, but it was amazing. It was so amazing. I can't believe it. It was kind of surreal. Still can't believe it happened. Oh, Mr. Beauregard. Okay, I'm not sure what we're waiting on here. When they said, like, okay, we're good, I didn't think it would take very long. Check match room. I got sit proof. I don't know what's going on. Okay. I'm talking. I guess they're talking about the aliens. I'm not really sure. We're getting ready to go into this thing. Oh, Pytel starting us off on the defense here, Numbani. Groka pulling out the wrecking ball here. This is a slight deviation from what we know from Pytel. You can hear XD's already working around on the backside. Whoop, that's a turret. That pesky reload. Yeah, and because of that, just because that slight little spot forces them to the outside. Meanwhile, back up front, big Bionade lands here from the defense, Pytel, but Kados has been forced off the high ground here from Hyperion, but Hyperion very low. Dando being forced back, and Hyper Zion, excuse me. Had to slow the roll for a moment. Ooh, Eugene gets caught. And Dragon Vanguard had done a good job of vying for space here. And eventually kind of worked their way in. Little spin to win on the point, trying to stall. Cold to play and definitely outside. And Groka's got an anti-boost on this objective. Put some good shots into UG. Hyperzero gets killed by a hammer. Oh no. Cheeseburger, we're sending a message there. That is a little additional psychic damage on the back of that one. Behold the champion. Really corralling here out of UG. Has bought some space. Nano boost thrown on to Hyper Zion. Has the primal work with as well. So is able to move in and kind of put a lot of pressure here on these back squishies. But unfortunately, Hyper Zion's lost some reinforcements courtesy of Kolda and their Bob. Mr. Butler doing some work throughout that. Trying to get out of there. Usually trying to punish. Actually does. Punishes Groka. Able... Ooh, excuse me. Able to kind of cut the head off the snake here. Ooh, but gets caught by T-Biscuit. What a play there from the outside. Now we're going to get T-Biscuit with an upcoming Nano. Groka should be returning to this fight. Rally on the point. Able to help Alt Pytel stabilize. Yes, this is the last day of Overwatch as we know it here for FACEIT League. This is very true. All right, nothing available as far as ultimates with 45 seconds to go, a little under as a matter of fact. Heading up to the high ground, and usually trying to set up. Moving over to the Ashe, coming off of that Pharah. XD loses out to the turret here. Continues to give the Tracer problems. I know it's the bane of my existence, but I'm trying to play Tracer. Kados gets the nano boost and is trying to put some additional damage in on Hypersound, who's kind of just backed up against the vending machines down there. It's actually Kolda who comes up with the pick from the high ground. Has UG very low in the back. 3 seconds on that dynamite. Just body shots, all you need. Center mass, UG gone. Hyper Zion holding on by a thread with his primal rage and finds Cheeseburger. Gets him cornered. Has a low Groka as well. Groka has the mines. Yep, is going to rotate around to drop them on the point. So Hyper Zion uses the opportunity to move to the high ground, but Peel is there. Good job from Groka to get all of that done and even falls back for a mega health pack. Looks like Alt Pytel will thwart the attempts, albeit very close here from Dragon Vanguard. 93% on the board. It's not a pure full hold, but a full hold in the end, nevertheless. No matches tomorrow. No matches tomorrow, Maddie. There's no Master Division this week at all. All the Master Division matches have been rescheduled. So, which is your, obviously, that's your default Tuesday is Master Day. We will have matches on Wednesday, though. And the expert teams had the option. They had a wider window to reschedule, but it looks like a lot of them have chosen just to go ahead and play it out. A lot of the expert teams. I'd say, I mean, at least half. At least half have decided to just go ahead and play their default schedule. So we have some banger matches this week. It'll be fun. I mean, we got Super Shy taking on EMEA for the next match on Wednesday. The very first match we'll see from Perks are going to be 2 4-0 teams that have yet to drop a map. So, I mean, it should be very competitive. Should be good. Oh, Hyper trying to call in for backup. Cheeseburger pulls out the far this time around. UG sticking with the Ash that they ended up swapping to there in the final minute on that attack. Broke on the giant pink spark wrecking ball. Staging here from the outside. UG definitely the primary target. The rest of the team pushing in from the bottom floor hotel. Able to handle XD on their approach. Good dynamite lands on Dando, and that is going to be it. Colda comes up with 2 in that very quick exchange. That could just be the map. I don't think there's... We'll see if XD can get back. XD's going to be the only hope. No, he's just going to get punished. Great defense from Pytel. And they move up to match point. Alt Pytel, excuse me. Oh, Beauregard. I know, buddy. I know. Quick look at stats. As you can see, we are flying right into the next map. Cold up there, your damage later there for map 2. TVSK comes up with a fairly flawless map, 8-0. It's Esperanca here for map 3, and this is a Pytel map pick. Let's see, are we getting the same? We're getting a Dragon's Vanguard is now banning the Diva, and Pytel have banned the Kiriko. All right, let's get in map 3. Guys, moving so fast, I didn't have a chance to like set up a nice camera angle for you or anything like that. Just make sure we get our info in. All right, we're getting Dragon Vanguard back into this. I think the composition that's works best for him. Into the hazard with the dive DPS. Now, not with the Kiriko ban, they are just opting in the Juno here, so not the ideal flex support for this situation, but you know what? It's working well enough here in this first fight. As they're able to work through Alt Pytel, who have returned into their Zarya composition. This kind of seems to be the anti-hazard with the bubbles. You have the armor protection of the Torbjorn, which armor out of DPS is just super powerful against the shotgun hero like hazard. And then Kolda picking up the Cassidy here, all of which is kind of built to thwart the Haz. Speed re-engage here out of Alt Pytel. Damage just pointed at Hyper Zion for now. Keep Hyper Zion low so that they don't have the resources to move in and assassinate your backline. Quick pair of kills for Groka does end up traded. Some good shots landing there from Kolda. Had Azu low and gonna move up these stairs and continue to pursue this. 2 more shots land on Azu. Actually made that in a third that landed. That's a headshot there. Oh, Azu sneaks up the window. Kolda gets XD, but ends up losing that duel to Azu technically, I suppose. Oh. Sokin, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. A lot of big ultimates coming up online, including both sound barriers. Keep an eye for this grab out from Groka. With the bubble used, that's a great downpour out of Hyper Zion. Dead Eye out from Kolda, bolstered by a sound barrier in the back line. Also, he's going to go ahead and return with one of their own. Kolda doesn't get anything with the ultimate, and Tybiska dies, throwing the orbital ray into the mix. Groka finally getting this Graviton Surge online, but there's not a lot of reinforcements left to take advantage of it. Not able to find much value in the orbital, can't get a quick trade back. So they're going to hold on to the ultimate, and Dragon Vanguard continue to get some meterage here. They're going to grab the lead on the back of that fight win. Skyscraper, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you being here. Says cheeseburger. Pockcheck. XD with the stick. Sorry I didn't get the stick, you know, but at least we can get the celebration. Yeah. Rocking the gilded mythic with the emerald guns. It's a good look. It's a good look. I like your aesthetic. I like your aesthetic, XD. Well, XD was playing around through that mega room. Usually he's able to find a kill from the inside. Whoop. Dashing out. No, we almost had matching aesthetics, but, you know, Yuji doesn't have the emerald. Very aggressive move here from old Pytel, but I love the disengage in there from Dragon Vanguard. Now they're able to retaliate. Oh, but the grab is good. The grab is great. It's blade dulling. Could be fight winning. Hyper Zion, yeah, just delaying the inevitable. Oh, Pytel will pick all of the pesky targets out of the sky. But you know what? We'll say Dragon Vanguard grabbed that close spawn. They got the checkpoint. Don't have to worry about that delay anymore. Very successful couple minutes there for Dragon Vanguard. Or dragons. I'm still not sure which it says dragons in the logo. I think it's dragons with an S, actually. Long core thrown on right across Main Street here. And Cheeseburger is able to get a couple with that. Well, what a well-timed little core. End up with several players out of Dragon's Vanguard just kind of stuck down here in the archway. A dangerous trap set there by Pytel. Dragon's Vanguard looking to get the touch here, prevent the cap. Yeah, we'll get it with less than 2 meters. Groka's going to disengage. Lexi's managed to kind of sneak in here in the Main Street, a little bit underneath the defense, but Cole just sniffs them out. Turns around, finds the kill. That's going to be a Celebrator out from Kados, moving into the high ground. Ooh, and Hyper Saiyan used their downpour somewhere through that, but it didn't net much. Oh, and a super late sound barrier from Azu. Very, very late in the fight. I can understand if there was maybe a combo, like you were trying to throw beat blade in late in a fight to try to turn it. You know, think that you can prevent the cap in the lead here. Man, that wasn't even a combo with that one. That one, I think immediately Azu's going to want back. Deadeye coupled with the Ray opens up things here for Pytel, and this will be the lead going to their favor. Trade on Groka actually very important here. So, yeah, Groka's still on the other side. Kados comes back to Taxi. That means that all Pytel aren't able to push up and hold this exact corner. So Hyper's going to take advantage of that right out of the gate. Try to take some space back here around the yellow boss. Gotta respect that Zarya beam. Groka coming up on a Gyraton Surge as well. Cheeseburger just, you know, throwing some lava all over the place. Floor is lava, wins out that fight with minimal health. Hyper Zion now low, but so is Groka and a couple members of Pytel. This fight seems to be on a knife's edge as Dando finds that kill on to Cheeseburger. Keeping Azu alive as they get aggressive. Groka putting in some damage down. Oh, and Azu gets stuck in the corner. Doesn't make it all the way out. And Pytel swinging. Neither team really coming out entirely successful. Hyperion, the Great Wall, finds both supports. Great play out of Hyper Zion here on the hazard. Ooh, that was a one cold before they snuck back and grabbed the Mega. Cobalt Blue, thank you for the follow. Yeah, Machu. Isn't that awesome? Huge congrats. Huge congrats to the Pytel squad. An orbital right thrown in from Dando, as well as an overclock and a downpour from Hyper Zion. Looks to be successful as they just chase Pytel out. Pytel not able to disengage well enough. Very well played out of the supports from Dragon's Vanguard there. You can see both Azu and Dandu were showing up in the assists for all of those kills. Huge orbital ray. Azu right there every step of the way. Cheeseburger the GOAT. I used to go to school with him. He's the king at Overwatch for real. That's awesome, Cobalt Blue. That's awesome. Sound Barrier combined with the Dragon's Blade, but it's all caught in Goroka's Graviton Surge. Everybody stuck in that grab. The blade gets sheathed. Yuchi heading up to the high ground trying to find safety. Hyper Zion just gets mowed down in Main Street. Alt Pytel will protect their lead with a $1:45 on the clock. Cheeseburger turned the GOAT. Give you some cheeseburger pop here for this molten core we got coming up. I mean, the overload used just as Hyperion comes diving in, pulls out the hammer, and gets it done! Cheeseburger batters down Hyper Zion for the second time today. Oh, and this one in a pivotal situation to try to put a dent in the mental of Dragon Vanguard. Still holding on to the ultimate. Now we're gonna get the molten core as Dragon Vanguard come in for the recontest. Usually play it off this top high ground, try to dance around it. Hyper Zion's already gone down. And a brilliant molten core really just pulled Dragon Vanguard in all directions. Totally scattered. Pytel really firing on all cylinders here at the right time in the back of this map. We do have overclock as well as downpour coming online. Hyperzion's got to be careful playing around Cheeseburger. It's been tough. Cheeseburger's been so good with the overloads and really just keeping Hyperzion low on health, not able to get as much damage in. Yeah, more blocking, not enough shooting out of Hyperzion thanks to Cheeseburger. There's one that goes in. It's XD on the outside. Doesn't even need that overclock. Beautiful orbital ray out of Dandu. And once again, an impressive performance out of the back line here from Dragon Vanguard. Keeping him in this series in the overtime. 30 meters to make up. A little more, actually. 36. That's going to be the overclock out of XD immediately to try to keep Grook off this high ground. And what a jump shot! And then the downpour comes in. Hyper Zion trying to save their team as their dying wish here on this point. It's down to a 3v3 with a grab in the hand of Groka and able to moat down UG. 80 in the bank. The cell barrier lands. Oh, a last-ditch effort. Kados responds, but it's just the supports left. It's spectacular as the backline has been for Dragon Vanguard today. It's not going to be enough to overcome these odds. Since the GG's in chat is all Pytel get their first dub under the new name and, well, I think past their first real test of the season with flying colors. Hyper Zion does get play of the game. You know, little consolation prize here for Dragon's Vanguard. Well, a lot of shining spots here on this team. A lot of shining spots on that Dragon's Vanguard team. We saw the DPS have an excellent start. We saw some wonderful performance there from the backline, both in map 2, but also more so there on Esperanca. But you know, I think this was their first world test of the season as well. And Pytel is just a tough customer. Pytel's just a real tough team. Like I said, I have high expectations for this team. I expect this team to continue to grow. They look better and better. Thank you so much for the follow from Sayex. And then we got Alt Duck coming through with the big T1 sub. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Alternate, I appreciate that. I appreciate that from the Ducks. That's amazing. That's amazing. Let's get the newest addition to the alternate family, their third point on the board here. There you have it. Have a look at some stats here from map 3. I mean, XD still popping off there in a losing map, and Hyper Zion seem to be hanging in neck and neck with Groka as far as damage and elims as well, but Cheeseburger running away with it. Cheeseburger with 11 points here there in the Torb, leading the server in damage as well as elims at 29. So fantastic final map for Cheeseburger and all the Cheeseburger fans out there. I have put in a formal request to see if we can get final blows added to this stat page, so we can see final blows for all of our players as well. So hopefully we can look forward to that coming in the near future. Wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that be awesome? Very well played. Pytel move to 4-1 here on the season. Let's just go back to our matches, see what else we got going on. Again, not everybody playing this week. We got MS Paint Street and Spherical Nuts are sitting 1-1. Both of these teams are new to Expert Division at the very least, if not new to FACEIT. Excuse me. Good Guys, after losing their opening series where we had them on stream with the Perma Wrecking Ball ban, have managed to bounce back and are 3-1 on the season. Have won every series since. Currently sitting at 2-1. This team has moved to... They're not called Homira anymore. They're called something else. Yeah, they're listed as Skill Issue now. But up 2-1 in that match, and then Velto, GG Vipera. Yeah, there you go. Also going on right now, Velto up 2-1 there. And again, those are also both two teams where it kind of feels like a must win for both of those. Velto sitting at 3-1, Vipera sitting at 2-2. Okay, so maybe I was thinking they were both more 2-2. I was thinking Velto was 2-2. So never mind, Velto's 3-1. That's not nearly as much of a must win as I thought. I thought that was kind of a you fall below 500 or you go above 500 kind of scenario. But we'll have to get Velto to a team that we haven't had on yet. So man, this team will be keeping an eye out for the future. But speaking of the future, I'll be back later on today with NA. I'm going to have BCU Spark taking on Extinction Jurassic for your NA match. Tonight will be our final match here in Overwatch as we know it before the massive changes come through tomorrow. So hopefully I'll see you all back here then. But I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye for now. That's all I got for you. I got some editing stuff to catch up on, get caught up on all those VODs. Let's get up to date and got exciting stuff coming into the future. So I want to be all caught up and ready to go. So yeah, that's it. Do that today. I'll see y'all back here at 9 Eastern for that NA match. Otherwise, thank you all so much for hanging out. Really do appreciate it. It means the world. Thank you for the follows. Thank you, Alt Duck, for the sub. That's awesome. That's so awesome. I really appreciate the support. Y'all be kind to each other. Stay hydrated. And I'll see you back here later on today for some NA. Bye, friends.